Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Safira and my friend Mutiara Amania. This time, we want to explain the lesson about connectors of contrast.
Connectors of contrast. Connectors of contrast are words or frasa that are used to show a difference or opposition between two ideas. They can be used to menambah variasi dan minat pada tulisan Anda, and to help your readers understand the relationships between your ideas.
The function of connectors of contrast. The first is emphasis. Connectors of contrast draw attention to difference, making certain aspects stand out more prominently. This emphasis can create a stronger impact on the reader or listener. Next, clarity. By presenting opposing ideas side by side, these connectors help clarify distinctions, allowing for better comprehension and understanding.
Engagement. Kontras mendorong keterlibatan dan pemikiran kritis. Readers and listeners diminta untuk menganalisis unsur-unsur yang berbeda and draw conclusions. Argumentation. In persuasive or argumentative writing and speech, contrast connectors berperan penting dalam menyoroti the strengths and weaknesses of different viewpoints.
Types of connectors of contrast, as the name suggests, are linguistic devices that help juxtapose opposing ideas or concepts, creating a sense of comparison or contradiction. Here are some common types of connectors of contrast. This is types of connectors of contrast. There is conjunction. Perhaps the most straightforward contrast connector, but introduce an opposing idea that contrasts with the preceding statement. Yet similar to but, yet emphasize the unexpected or contradictory nature of the second statement. The difference of but and yet is but it is used to add statement which is different from what you have said before. For the example is, he is very handsome, but he is very rude person. Next is yet. Yet used to add something that is surprising after the first sentence which are mentioned before. For the example is, that woman was short and overweight, yet somehow she was attractive. Then we go to the next type of conjunction. Although used for introducing a new statement that make main statement surprising. For the example is, although she loves her job, she decided to quit her job. Next is even though. Even though used as a stronger way to say though or although. Even though emphasize a fact or something that has happened or is happening. For the example is, even though I met all the criteria needed for the job, I was not hired. We can use although and even though only at the beginning and middle of a sentence. And now we go to the next type of conjunction. Even if. Even if is a form of supposition. Even if is still imagination or something that has not actually happened. For the example is, even if he is very angry, I think he will smile. Next is whereas. It is used for comparing two things which have significant difference from each other. For example is, chicken meat is white, whereas cow meat is red.
Types of connectors of contrast. Yang kedua adalah transitional phrases. 1. On the other hand, frasa ini introduces an alternative perspective or sudut pandang yang berlawanan. Example, I like playing football. On the other hand, my brother likes playing basketball. 2. However, it signals a shift in thought, often presenting a contradictory idea after pernyataan sebelumnya. Example, she sings very well. However, she is a stutterer. Types of connectors of contrast. Yang ketiga adalah prepositions. 1. In contrast. This prepositional frasa mengatur langsung comparison between two different things. Example, this child is short and fat. In contrast, her sister is tall and thin. 2. Unlike. It highlights differences dengan menunjukkan sesuatu yang tidak memiliki karakteristik tertentu with another thing. Example, the hotel is conveniently located, unlike the one we stayed in last year. 3. Despite and in spite of. It is used to show something which happened without being affected by something else. Despite and in spite of are followed by nouns, pronouns, and verb-ing verbs. Example 1. Despite everything she said to me, I can't stop thinking of her. 2. Diana is still doing her homework in spite of being very tired. That's all we can explain. Sorry for any mistakes. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.